Jamaica has had Chinese in our blood since the 1800s, post-slavery. But has U.S. fear of Chinese competition been shaping a funny Jamaican cynicism for our new Chinese immigrants? This is Wake Up and Live with Bob. The Jamaican government has all but begged foreign investors to invest in Jamaica, but they all seem to cut their eyes as the government asks them or request of them to pay Jamaican workers a basic minimum wage. So why then are Jamaicans so unsettled about the new Chinese class of investors? From childhood, I've never seen a Chinese business fail. That's not to say that they've never failed, but I see them as the people who've always baked our patties, baked our cocoa bread, baked our hard dough bread, slice our cheese, bake our buns, and they are the ones whose mini marts have now turned into super mega marts. That is a business track record that has served Jamaica well for many, many years. Chinese are reopening businesses, closed and failed businesses all over Jamaica, in rural areas where businesses once thrived for 15, 20 years ago, but no longer exist. Chinese have been opening up that sort of business, and have been doing well and contributing well to the GDP of Jamaica. If they're ever a concern about Chinese leasing airports or seaports or leasing land concession, you please remember this. In the United States, for example, nearly all its seaports are leased by foreign businesses. They're leased and run by foreign businesses, and that's something most people don't realize. In my mind, I can only think of perhaps about 8 or so seaports in the United States that is actually run by local companies. Most of those companies are leased and run by foreign investors. This does not mean that foreign investors in any way own your country or is taking over your country. The uneasy truth about Jamaicans being unsettled by Chinese might simply be that we are supposed to be learning from the Chinese. Since they have such a good track record of business, learn from the Chinese instead of creating an atmosphere that is predetermining a failure for them. Let the Chinese and America work out their differences, their issues of economic jealousy, and we should be learning from them. Actually, do what we can to develop our country. Do what the Chinese did with which is whichever country invest in their country, they learn from them by whatever method they learn from them, and now they're much better. All right. We cannot keep accusing the Chinese immigrants of these accusations of fake food and this and that. They seem to have a method that is tried and proven. So the uneasy truth might simply be that we need to learn from them. We are no better off economically without them. Because other countries, like the United States, for example, I've always, when they invest in your country, they've always asked for a pound of flesh or your firstborn for years. They want a whole of it. With the Chinese, at least, they tell you what they want, you tell them what they want, and they give you what they want, and that's been the character of the relationship with them. All right. My testament is simply that I look in my community and I see on my main street 7 businesses that I know have been closed for years, and now it's the Chinese that has resurrected them. Otherwise, they were staying there rotting down, and homeless people living in them. I'm just saying, we might not want to throw out the baby with the bathwater. We need to be thinking sensibly and not have our emotions and our intolerance. Yes, we do have intolerance. Jamaica is not a place generally known for racism, but we do have intolerance, a certain social class intolerance, and many of us who are dirt poor still see the Chinese as being someone people who are beneath us, and we need to kind of get a hold of ourselves and try to benefit as much as possible from their business expertise and their money. They do that in every country they go around the world. You cannot begrudge them for that. They have risen to a certain economic power, and we should not end up being proxies for the United States uneasiness with their competition, because there's not a whole lot you can actually look around you and say, well, the United States took care of that for us. For years, we've been driving on dirt roads, and now we're driving on highways. I think there's something to be said for some of those things. All right. Again, this is simply to say, wake up and smell the coffee, and start thinking smartly. Learn from these people. They have a good track record of business, and we can benefit in that sense. Thank you for watching. This is Wake Up and Live with Bob. If you like what you heard, please remember to subscribe, like, and share my video. Thank you.